Hey CNC peeps, sometimes picking the right bit for your project can be very difficult. Today, we're gonna explore how to pick the right V-bit.
idcwoodcraft.com.
We're gonna be running 3 tests. The first one, just a board of lines with each V-bit so we can have a baseline for what each one gives as a result. Test number 2, we're gonna do the exact same design with every single bit and see how that varies in results. Test number 3, we're gonna give you one of the most applicable projects for you to use each V-bit on. These are the 3 main series of V-bits IDC Woodcraft carries. The 1/8" high precision 30 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree are designed for precise carvings, tight detail, and exact precision when you are needing those fine tips, fine details. The 1/4" blade technology series is made to leave you with the cleanest edge and the finest detail for your signs, for your details and filigrees, each degree giving a different result for your perfect image. Now the big V series is catered towards forming and large detail. If you're creating a very large sign, you're going towards these bigger V-bits to save yourself time and cutting edge. Or forming, juice grooves for your cutting boards, pizza peels, and more. These are your perfect forming precision tools. Contrary to popular belief, the little V 1/8" is not just designed for 1/8" machines. It is designed to give you the most precise detail that you can get in the smallest area possible. Take this Aztec calendar, for example. This high detail on such a small space would be skewed by a bit any larger than the little V-bit series. The little V-bit series is able to get in here without skewing the image. Now on the other end of the spectrum, these large V-bits are not necessarily designed for that tight, high detail. These are more for your forming along the edges of your pizza peel or your large detailed sign carves, doing something like this flag. These stars, had we used a standard V-bit or an 1/8" V-bit, would have taken forever. Using a larger V-bit cut our time down exponentially and still gave us this nice broad carve. We're gonna give ourselves a baseline of all 10 V-bits, but to start out, we're gonna get the very base of the standard 1/4" V-bits. And if you're interested in any of the V-bits that we're testing out in this video, you can find all of them linked in the description below. 1 of 10, let's go. We've made it through the first 3, and you can already see a huge difference in the results here. I've made each of these lines the exact same depth, and as you can see, just from the 30 degree to the 90, the results are across the board. Let's see what more results we can get. Moving on to the big boys, we're gonna be testing out 4 different degrees: 60, 90, 120, and 150. Now this is how you know they're really sharp when they come in. We have our biggest V-bits dipped in a wax. I will tell you, V-bits are the ones we have cut ourselves with the most. So this to get it safely where it needs to go and preserve, that sharp edge, necessary. It's like, that was child's play for me. Come on. I think I just installed a whole mini fan on my CNC. That was wicked. That's the big boys. And I've never actually used the 150-degree one before. And that was a really interesting result. I'm excited to see what best applications it had. I did notice on the preview of the toolpath though that I could barely see this. So I did fudge a little bit and add a depth to it. And it still is barely visible with that 150-degree V-bit. Interesting results, ready to move on to the 1/8. Next is the little V's. These bitty babies are gonna be the highest difference to show the results and best applications for the different V-bits. This is where an ATC would be very helpful. And there we have our baseline board for all 10 V-bits that we're testing out today. I already see a large difference in the, I think it's, yeah, the 90 degrees. Just from the 1/4 inch standard body to the 1/4 inch wide body, the 90 degree is such a large jump, even though those angles are both 90 degrees. As you can see, I mean, obviously these are meeting the same angles. It's just that factor once you get into that wider body, or in the case of the little V's, that skinnier body, that your results are going to vary exponentially. And that's where your cut depth is a bigger factor in V carving than most people realize with the automatic toolpaths. Test number 1 was just to show the difference in the angles and how it affects a carve at the same depth. Test number 2, we're gearing into a new design here. I've got some lettering here for IDC, of course, this star, and then this leaf with its stem pattern here. The reason I'm doing these is to show the different things that a V-bit can do and how the different V-bits affect the design and the design affects the V-bits. So we're getting a lot of angles from this star here. We get to, I can't zoom in here, but we get to get a lot of angles and a lot of depth in there. With the IDC, we have curves, we have tight corners, and then with the leaf design, I actually did half and half, so we could do some design work, more outlining, and then show the depth that it can go and how it affects with the different V-bits from there. Starting with my arm bumped it. So can I
pick it back up from where it was?
I think so. Yes! What happened just now? Do you see? It's like it's lost its Z. So, it's a star, but some things have happened, and I need to pivot. So we're gonna cut the test down to 3 for this one, and just do the lettering and the stars with the big 60 degree, the standard 60 degree, and the little 60 degree. So we can see how each one reacts, the different levels and depths, widths, corners, etc. Now we're gonna do this for real. Look at that. And it's kind of rough. You can tell it's not made to do all this crazy deep stuff. Probably should have set the step down a little differently for doing something so deep with a small bit. Yeah. Next. Moving on to the standard 60-degree V-bit in the series, we're going to see how much better or worse this is going to carve using this test. Before I move on to the big V, I want to point out the immediate differences here between the little v and the standard V. And the first one are these witness marks and this fuzziness from the step down of the little v versus the standard V right here. We've got a pretty nice smooth finish. And then one more immediate difference I see here in this top of the letter D here, it goes almost straight to a point rather than, as the font showed, that squared off pointed, just like the I. So it's definitely missing that there in that detail. So I'm wondering if that's because all of this was so big. And again, my step down wasn't enough. I'd probably have to double my running time in order to get that to that level for this size of a project. You can already see the difference in the projected image here. You can count maybe 4 step downs, if that, in the star, and it looks like a singular pass on the lettering. So let's see how this goes. I took, I think, 3 or 4 passes, and that is so sharp. And I don't even have to blow it out. Because it was pushing them so hard, but this one, it just like flew down and flew up. I think we've got a new tagline for these. These are the roughers of the V-bits. On to the last V-bit for this project, and we're going to be using the 150-degree V-bit the mostly right way this time. Let's see how it turns out. Here it is, all completed with every little thing we learned about V-bits along the IDC Woodcraft V-bit collection. I did the little V 30 degree on this mandala here, and it turned out pretty well. This is super porous wood, so there's some breaks in there, but it's where there's holes and things like that within the wood. Over here, I used the SV60, and I think I would have benefited from using the LVs and getting the higher detail on this, or just removing that center detail and letting the V carve of the V-bit be the shape of those leaves with the bigger V. In using the wide body V-bits for the first time, they're like not necessarily the rougher, but the compression of the V-bit world. They're that in between getting a lot of material out super fast, but still getting that high detail, sharp corners, clean edges, and a beautiful finish at the end. These little V's, you just can't beat this itty bitty detail. Yes, this wood is rough, but once I get these going on the right stuff, I'm excited to see the things that I can create with such high, tight detail. And for your standard V-bits, always love them. They are a wonderful starting point. Always need them in your bit arsenal. Perfect for doing signs, curved lettering, adding motifs to your designs, and much, much more. Right here, as I said, we kind of used it the right way. I've got a long taper along this edge here with the 150-degree V-bit, and that can be utilized in things such as pizza peels, edges of frames, and much more, keeping you from having to use the molding toolpath. Speaking of pizza peels, keep an eye out for a later video. I will be making one because I think it's time for us to update and upgrade our pizza peel design using what we've learned experimenting with the IDC Woodcraft V-bits. That is the IDC Woodcraft V-bit collection. I'm excited to get creating, and I hope you are too. If you're interested in any of the V-bits that you've seen in today's video, you can get those in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're ready to continue learning CNCing, check out this video. I know you're ready. Learn more now. Go to woodcraftresources.com.